Welcome to Nerdaties. Bitches.
No topic too absurd. No statement too asinine. We are Nerdy Jersey's finest, coming directly into your audio capacity intake objects. Nerdities. I'm Mike.
I am Justin.
Vin.
I'm Joe.
So Thursday night sucked last week. We're getting to the point now where our parents aren't doing as well as they used to.
Oh, it's so cold.
It was cold?
I put it in the freezer.
Okay.
Watermelon.
My dad had a very active Thursday last week, but it was a lot of lifting stuff to his lips. So he was good and tuckered when it came time to help my stepmother, who is infirmed, who is currently technically a paraplegic. Her lower extremities don't work well, so she's got to be lifted into bed. She's got a lot of stuff that needs to be done at the end of the day. And he's 75 years old. 75 years old plus a lot of alcohol means sometimes you fall down. Usually there's more than one or two guys to help him get up. There's only little old me. And he was hella drunk and hurt his back at the same time. It's a long, involved story, so I'll only go into a couple of highlights. At one point, I was able to get him up close to an ottoman, and I muscled his 250-pound frame onto it. So yeah, strong like bull.
Fuck yeah.
Then spent like 2 hours down there talking to him. You know how like you're always constantly like looking at a clock when you're in a hellish situation?
Yeah.
The clock was blocked from me. So I'm like always leaning over, like, oh, it's getting late, and we gotta put her in her bed. It's getting late. Oh, but no, we're talking about he's dying. He wants to die. He wants to die, and when he dies, all of his stuff goes to me. Like, oh, that's great. Can we just get through tonight?
Except for the boat, apparently.
Yeah, it goes to your dad.
Yeah.
So help get him up. Help hoist my stepmom into her bed, learn some new things, learn how to use that piece of machinery. Well, went upstairs, started watching The Accountant 2. Do I have that as a review? I should have that as a review. Yes, I do. And about 30 minutes later, heard my name called again. Because he fell again.
Ooh.
And neither of us were capable of getting him up this time. So he had to sleep on the floor right by the stairs. Fortunately, it didn't last all night. Once he sobered up and his back didn't hurt as much, he was able to get upstairs. It's fucking depressing getting to this point in life.
Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah. He's getting one of those chairs like our grandparents had. A powered one that lifts you up.
Those are fun ass chairs.
Well,
Zach plays with them at Joy's all the time.
Yeah. I hope they got a massage function. Heated. Oh, I'd love that. I'll use the fuck out of it. But yeah, that's how my Thursday night went.
Well, I just got back from Florida.
Hey.
Yeah.
The other side of the spectrum.
It was hot as anything down there.
It is summer in Florida,
Dude,
Joe.
it was so hot. It Florida, so it just Tuesday just fucking downpoured on us in Epcot. We got like
Seems like Epcot's usually a rainy day for pretty much everybody.
yeah, and we had dinner reservations at Viennapoli, so we all got in there, and it was fucking freezing in there. But it was good. We got our one friend on Guardians. He doesn't do roller coasters, but he's a nerd. So like you have to ride Guardians. Like you could do Tron, you could do Guardians. And dude, he was right in front of us. Beth just like we're gonna go on, and Beth just said to the cast member, "Can we get the front?" And they put us right in the front, so we're sitting behind them. And I thought at the beginning of the launch, I thought he passed out. I was like, "Oh God, we lost Jake," but it turns out he loved it.
Didn't remember it being that intense of a launch. Then again, I'm a roller coaster guy, so like
When you go backwards and then it starts turning you around as you're going up that hill on the angle, it's a little intense.
It's intense, but I find most people who don't like roller coasters, have the hang up because they go upside down.
Well,
This doesn't. That's not a problem
no,
you got.
we couldn't get them on Rock and Roller Coaster. That wasn't happening.
What'd you get from Napoli?
We got a pepperoni pizza. It was good. It was really good.
Of all the fucking things, you get the fucking pepperoni.
Yeah, we got
Like a
that.
fucking pepperoni.
Quattro formaggio.
But the highlight food though was not something I ordered. Beth and I went on Friday to Morimoto's, and she got the Burry Bop, which
Oh yeah.
is the dish he won his first Iron Chef with, and they prepare it tableside.
Oh.
That's cool.
In the hot pot with the rice. It's basically like the best fried rice I've ever had, dude. It was so good. Whatever the magic sauce he kept pouring on it, it was just so good. I had sushi. Sushi was great, but
It's cum.
but the Burry Bop on the other hand was so good.
It's the bop.
It's fish cum.
It was good. Dude, I've
Oh, caviar?
I've done
Yeah, no, that's
omakase. He whatever's on that plate, they're just like it's okay. I'm eating it. It tastes good. All right.
I ate at Morimoto's in Philly when it first opened.
That's what we did to omakase.
Isn't it a wrestling move?
I had cod cheek there. I remember that was one of the highlights was and skate soup. Like it was.
Aren't skates those like baby sharks?
Well, they're the flat sharks. They're like rays.
Yeah,
Mm.
everything was really actually the most disappointing thing out of the entire omakase was the dessert. I thought that out of every dish that came out, the dessert was the most lackluster.
What was it?
It was some kind of like little cake. I just remember being like, meh, after like getting all this great little plates, and it was like a little cake. Overall, trip was great. We learned a lot from Infocom 2025. Got to play with some new technology. Remember, anybody out there who wants to sponsor, Nerdaties, give us money for this technology. There's some really cool shit coming down the pipeline. That audio podcasting wise would be really cool for us to have.
Can you give an example?
So QSys makes a digital audio processor where basically I could take all of our audio outputs if we have some kind of source where I can separate, like I could have you as one channel, Justin as one channel, Vin as another channel, Kyle as another channel, and me as another channel, mix them digitally and actually have it so if anybody gets too loud, it just like so the processor doesn't. Nobody has to be behind a fucking mixing board. Everything's automatic. So,
But you would have control over the levels.
You would set your highs and lows depending on your voice, and so if you don't get too close, you don't clip. You could set background noise to actually mute out background noise.
Like you individually would have control over it. It wouldn't be from our end.
Yeah. It would actually be in the. It's called a schematic. So you would program this through the processor, and as we do the show, it would run through everything.
I don't know if I trust Joe with that much power. We've abused him too much over the decade.
I have actual certifications in this and using this stuff. I've taken tests and passed them.
Yeah, you could really do us dirty if you wanted to.
No, I wouldn't. I would totally, really have a lot of fun with it. There's also some really cool like video stuff if we wanted to enhance the video podcasting. We would have different channels where we could probably all go in and utilize Google Meet or is another one, but there's like actual hardware you use that's made for it.
Google Meet sounds like a porn site.
You can use Teams, Zoom. Yeah.
They all sound like porn sites.
Not WebEx. WebEx sucks.
WebEx absolutely sounds like a porn
I hate
site.
WebEx.
Yo, that's what we had to use for AAA.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. WebEx is dog shit.
it is.
But tech aside for the convention, Disney was a whole lot of fun. Coronado, that fucking tower, was absolutely beautiful. We had we had a resort view, but our resort view was on the one side, so we could see from the window Epcot and then Galaxy's Edge on in just our view. We saw the fireworks from Epcot. We could see a little of Fantasmic. Got to see my electrical pageant. That was fun. We went to all the parks. It was really sad not seeing Muppets. The courtyard is all just blocked off.
How sad.
It's really sad. I love the Muppets courtyard. There's just something about
Really?
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Would you have gone and seen Muppets 3D?
I did before we left in January. That was one of the last things we did. We saw.
Yeah.
We saw.
Was it only because you knew that it was going out of style, and the reason that it's going out of style is because you never went to go see it prior to that?
Nope. I always went and saw it. I always made it a point to see it.
Muppets 3D Ride or Die for life.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it every time I've been there.
Only
Maybe
for the
one.
AC. Only for the AC.
We missed it
Even.
by 2 days. The last one, we missed it by 2 days.
Pravdo.
Yeah,
Did you go up to the lounge up
we
to the top of the towers?
didn't.
What?
We didn't go up to Topolino. I think that's what it's called.
I think it's the Dahlia Lounge is the one that's up there next to Topolino.
We didn't go. I don't know why we didn't go. We hung out in the Barcelona lounge a lot. The one that's on the bottom level.
Buffalo.
I love the elevators in that building. They're fucking.
Those elevators are fucking tits, right?
They're so great. The fact that you don't have to you push your button before you get on, and
The first time we stayed there, Ashley and I stayed there on our honeymoon.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we were like, how the fuck do we use the elevator?
The same
We
thing.
were like, the thing, and it's like this motherfucking elevator right here.
Uh-huh.
And you go, and you just whoop.
It was great. I loved it. I loved it. I would totally stay at the tower again.
You push the floor button on the outside?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then like one of the 6 elevators comes, and it's just like going this way, and you go inside, and there's an emergency button and shit, but like there's no floor buttons. It automatically does it on the outside.
I can see how that makes a lot of sense instead of just being up or down. Like if something's on its way up or down, you need to go to a specific floor. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And they're quick.
Yeah, they are quick. The tower was nicer than some DVC rooms we've been in. Like, I don't know why that's not part of the vacation club.
They are set up pretty much exactly like a fucking DVC room.
They're so nice. Like we were shocked. I'd buy
When
it in a
I
heartbeat.
When I won that trip 2 years ago from the agency, that's where they put us up. But we're supposed to have Village. We got pixie dusted with the tower,
Ooh, that's awesome.
and we were like 10th floor,
Nice.
looking out on the lake,
Oh.
so we could watch the nighttime movie on the lawn from our room.
We didn't see anybody doing that. No movies.
What?
Yeah, I was just kind of shocked on that. Thinking about that now, I'm like, we didn't see anybody with the movie.
How awesome is that fucking pool?
Oh, dude, yeah, it's so nice. It's so nice.
Fucking huge.
Oh yeah, dude, we stayed there. That was the first hotel Beth and I stayed there when we started dating. It was Coronado, and that was before the tower was there. So that we were at where the tower is the cabanas. We stayed there.
Yeah.
But yeah, great trip. Loved it. We had a lot of fun. I want to go back.
That's good and uplifting.
40 days.
Let's get depressed.
Yeah.
Some rest in pieces happened. We lost some
Yeah.
folks. Start with a lesser known name, Harris Yulin. You don't know him by name, but you know him by face.
Yes.
He was the judge in Ghostbusters
Yes,
2.
he was. The Scolari brothers tried him for murder. Give him the chair.
Why don't you tell him you don't believe in ghosts? He was also in Scarface, Clear and Present Danger, Training Day, and earned an Emmy nomination for being on Frasier. More recently, he was in Ozark, Veep, Kimmy Schmidt, and had an acclaimed stage career run. He's one of those guys that only popped up in movies every once in a while, made his living in the theater.
He was Frank in Scarface, right?
I think so.
Yeah. He was good.
88 years young.
Yeah.
Sly Stone of the Family Stone. It's one of those names you're like, oh yeah, Sly and the Family Stone. I think I know a couple of their songs. Family Affair, Hot Fun in the Summertime, Thank You, Dance the Music.
Everyday People.
Yeah, Everyday People. An absolute touchstone from the 70s.
He played Woodstock.
Yeah. Fucking pimp. And just as influential in a completely different style of music. The most important Beach Boy.
Yeah.
Brian Wilson passed away at 82 years old.
I tried learning in my room on the guitar. I can play the intro, and that's one of my favorite Beach Boys songs. That and Don't Worry Baby are like two of
I was
my
under
favorites.
the influence that Brian Wilson died 20 fucking years ago.
No,
Carl.
mentally he lost a lot of capacity. He was like that. Yeah, that thing came out years ago. Where it was like Brian Wilson. Oh, something happened to Brian Wilson. Did he die? He might as well have for a lot of people because he fell off the face of the earth. He just went completely incognito for a while.
And then he started coming back in maybe 10 years ago, doing those YouTube little Beach Boys things where they got them together and they did those songs and they did like a Surfer Girl, Surfer USA, and then that one with Al Jardine's son singing a
few years ago they did a medley of God Only Knows with a bunch of really big names.
Before the show, I was listening to him and Paul McCartney doing God Only Knows because Paul said that's his absolute favorite Beach Boys song. He actually cried on stage because that's one of his favorite songs.
I can see that.
Yeah.
That really hits me too.
Yeah.
Beautiful song. Beautiful, and it reminds me of the end of Boogie Nights, which is Paul Thomas Anderson's best film.
Yes.
It's the song they use at the end. So yeah, 3 sad losses, but long lives, 82, 82, and 88. So at least they had a good run. Here's your time, sirs.
Yeah.
Was there another one?
Yeah, we just had one today.
Yeah. Anne Burrell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't as familiar with her. I'd seen her on commercials for cooking shows, but in that
worst cooks in America. She started as Bobby Flay's sous chef.
Yeah.
She was on his Iron Chef team for the first time when he went to Japan and pissed off Morimoto. She was only 55. Though.
Yeah, I know she was young. I liked her on the Beat Bobby Flay show when she would be on it.
Yeah.
Anytime you hear about a chef dying this young, I just think really unfortunate circumstances. I'm not looking forward to when the info comes out on this one.
Yeah. I mean, she's a stepmom and a wife and I don't know if it, the chef life is interesting. It's going to kill you. You're going to live a short life. And it's one of 3 things. Either depression, substance abuse, or just the stress of the job kills you.
At that level, working at that level, it could be any one or all 3.
Yeah, right. I mean, because your whole reason for being is to give a piece of yourself away with everything you're cooking. So just that physical toll and mental toll alone, you set higher expectations for yourself than people are expecting from the food to begin with. And then it's a fucking day. It's a long fucking day.
Okay, so let's give you the countdown, folks. Peace on your journey. Casting news. It's made official this week. Spaceballs 2 is happening
I
because they're
love
dropping names.
the video was the
Yeah.
intro was fucking amazing.
Much like Spaceball 1, I was wondering when the hell the thing was going to end.
DC
But it kept making good
Inevitable.
points as well. Yeah. Officially, Bill Pullman's coming back. I'm pretty sure I heard Daphne Zuniga is coming back
Yes.
as well
Yes.
as Vespa. Lewis Pullman has been cast, who's Bill Pullman's son. I really hope they do some kind of Kylo Ren thing with him. How fucking awesome would that be? Because you know they're going to be spoofing the sequels.
Yes. Oh yes.
It's what they have to focus on primarily. I can't think of what other sci-fi they're going to touch on, but the first one didn't really mess with other stuff as much as it was a Star Wars spoof. So that should be the primary focus. And the big one, besides Mel's coming back at 97 years old to play Yogurt, and probably President Scrooge too, President Scrooge. Rick Moranis is coming back, baby.
You know, it sucks that Ghostbusters couldn't get him out of retirement, but Mel Brooks and Mel we trust.
I have a feeling they showed him the script for Afterlife, and he was like, "Where the fuck am I in this?
Yeah.
Like, there's like 30 characters in this thing. You just want me to pop in and wave? No, like I need to do something." And he'll definitely be important in Spaceballs too.
Yeah. Josh Gad is supposed to be in it, and Kiki Palmer is also supposed to be in it.
Kiki Palmer's name got dropped too?
Yeah, I read that she was going to be the Dot replacement, and
Okay.
Josh Gad is going to be Barf's son.
It lines up nicely.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill, wrestling sensation, is going to be in a film called True Threat with Jonathan Majors. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it about anything good?
I believe it's like a spy thriller thing. I have the info saved. Where the hell did I save that? Damn it. I should organize this stuff better. I really should. There we go. An action thriller titled True Threat. The film follows a special forces operative on a mission for justice after his son's murder.
Like Face Off?
Yes, so, yeah. Oh, what if Jonathan Majors and Jade Cargill exchange faces?
That'd be a good idea.
Like Face Off.
Yeah.
Pop Nicolas Cage in there. Just have him do Nicolas Cage shit.
So that's happening. There's a fresh rumor that the maker is going to pop up in Doomsday, and it will be Miles Teller. I want that to happen, if no other reason, to see the maker, and to get something decent out of that fucking movie.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Rumor that Nicole Kidman's character in Brand New Day has been revealed. She'll either be playing Viper, aka Madam Hydra, which it's not really a good call. They've already used that character once in the Wolverine.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to fit. And the outlet stated the other possibility was Silver Samurai. Now, if you know anything about Marvel Comics, you know she is not a good fit for Silver Samurai. But if, on the other hand, you're very invested in Spider-Man as a character and know his supporting characters, there's someone he interacts with on a regular basis, a kick-ass woman named Silver Sable. And I think Nicole Kidman would be a good choice for that role. I don't know how she would fit into a movie that seems this stacked already, especially since
Nicole Kidman is Silver Sable.
Yeah, odd, right? You'd want somebody a bit younger, not to be ageist and shit, but like it makes more sense than Silver Samurai. That's all I know.
I don't like any of it.
I'd like to see her in a movie, but this thing's sounding packed out because those rumors of the Hulk showing up in it are persisting.
Yes.
And the breakdown of his role is starting to make more and more sense because it has something to do with their shared history before either of them became superpowered, which makes me think they're going to take a page out of the Ultimate Universe book and have Peter's parents be involved with Bruce in some way before he got hulked out. Or maybe they were a part of his program. Who knows? But yeah, this one's getting a little bit excessive. The only other casting I have is DC announced who Clayface is going to be played by. A fella named Tom Reese Harries. And wouldn't know him by name, definitely wouldn't even know him by face, but I looked up his IMDb. The only thing I've seen him in is an episode of Doctor Who from last season, the one where they're on the planet where everyone is like social networked.
Oh,
They can't take their things down. They don't even know how to walk without their things.
yes.
He was Ricky September, the most popular guy in the city.
Okay. Okay.
He wasn't in it a lot, but he did a good job in there.
He was
So
douchebag.
well, no, she was a douchebag.
Well, no, she was too. Yes.
He actually tried to do the right thing
Yes.
by her. She was a fucking asshole. I'd like to see a follow-up episode for those characters. Yeah, this Clayface movie is happening. It's kind of weird to me, but hey, they seem to have a story. That's all I've got.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I got casting wise too.
Okay, I did not write any of the trailers into my prep sheet.
Technically, there's only 2 trailers.
Okay, I'll hand that off to you then.
If you count the Spaceballs announcement, it was 3, but that wasn't really a trailer.
No, that was a teaser of a teaser.
Yeah.
Today they dropped the full trailer for I Know What You Did Last Summer. The reboot or whatever the fuck.
The requel.
Prequel.
I was never like I saw this one. I think I saw the second one more times than I saw the first one.
I like the second one more than the first one,
Mm.
if we're being honest. I like both movies, but the sequel I think is better.
That whole Scream jump off era was not my time for horror. I didn't really love those super meta slasher films. So when they announced this off the tail end of the Scream sequels, I was like, whatever.
I never seen it.
You've never seen the I Know What You Did Last Summers?
No, wasn't scary enough for me.
We tried, sure. We tried watching the Prime series that they did like a few years ago. It's stupid.
Oh, Pretty Little Liars?
No. They no, she liked that show. She watched that. This was like straight up. They even sent it. They said it during the same time period, but like put new actors in it. It was bad.
It's desperate.
Yeah. This I like that. Jennifer Love Pfefferman and
Feffy.
we just watched that episode the other night. And Freddie Prinze Jr. are both in there. Yeah, I enjoy that. I don't know. I'll wait to watch it till it comes out on Paramount or whatever the fuck it comes out on.
It's pretty funny. The other day, I saw a grouping of memes about people from slasher movies, like characters and actors, and it had a picture of Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. like in their personal lives, just smiling at like taking a selfie together, and the caption was, "It's really great to see non-problematic actors living a good life together." And someone's response was, "The fuck are you talking about? They literally did a hit and run."
Good times.
Yeah. What was the other one?
Naked Gun.
Oh,
The
that's
full trailer. Yeah.
Full trailer.
This is definitely a Naked Gun movie. That whole take a seat bit, that's you couldn't be any more like the original.
Yeah.
With a little bit of Austin Powers in there, having that that thermal scene.
Yeah, I don't want to lose another suit.
It's fun.
Yeah,
Silly.
I'll go see it in the movies.
Him having to shit and then shooting up a hallway just to get to the bathroom was fucking great.
And I do like that they're going to be using some modern inconveniences for cops too. Like there's body cam footage of him
Yeah.
shooting his way to drop a deuce, and then he goes back out into the car and has another one.
So did you see? So he's not playing the kid from the third movie who, when Frank and Jane had the little kid who, he's supposed to be Frank's son that Frank didn't know he had, I guess, before the first movie.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Frank Drebin would be like 110 right now. So
Yeah.
his 70-year-old son
Yeah.
definitely wouldn't have been born in the 80s or early 90s.
So I guess right
good
before
that
the
that's
files of before Police Squad.
Yeah. That's nice that's coming back. I hope it does well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the trailers.
Yeah. I only have one review. 2 from Justin.
I don't have any.
Okay. I tend to not really peruse HBO Max or Prime too often. But I can't remember what it was. I think it was on. I think it's on Prime right now. Or is it on Max? It's on Prime. What was shocking to me, I was like, "That's still in the theaters, right?" No, right on the front page, The Accountant 2. You can watch it right now if you're into it, and I think you should be into it. I really enjoyed the first movie, but this one's a little. I don't want to use the word sillier, but they lean into the humor a bit more in the first one. The first one was solemn at parts, like really solemn, pretty intense. They dip into humor territory, and it makes sense they kind of have to, because now that it's established the relationship between Affleck and Barenthal's characters. Like, has everybody here seen the movie, the first one?
Yeah.
No?
No.
Oh, darn. Okay, you guys interested in seeing the first one?
No.
You should watch it. It's a pretty
Check it out.
underrated movie.
Okay, then I'm going to spoil a huge swerve at the end. You can earmuff right now, or in Joe's case, take your earmuffs off if you want to know. 3, 2, 1. They start from the very beginning that Affleck's character has a brother, and they were both trained to kick ass, but Affleck's character is autistic. And then very early on in the movie, they show Barenthal coming in as an ass kicker, as like a killer. And for some fucking reason I didn't put together until right as they do the reveal in the final act, this other killer assassin dude that's hunting him the whole time and never really catching him, and they're bouncing off of each other but not really seeing each other. It's his brother. Barenthal plays his long lost brother that he hasn't seen in like decades. So this movie is about them reconnecting again. It's been 8 years since the first movie. I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
And yeah, it's been a fucking hot minute. And Affleck finally hits him up about something. They haven't talked in 8 years. It's about them, primarily about their brotherly bond. I'm sure the action's pretty great. It's John Wick if he was Rain Man. Plus his brother's a douchebag Punisher. It's like Barenthal is kind of an asshole in this movie at times, but he's a fun asshole. And they do wacky shit. Like his first scene in the movie, he's like getting hyped up to have a conversation, talking about like, well, Greg is mine, and he's my kid, and I should be able to be around him too. And you're like, oh shit, he's got a son that's gonna be like Affleck's character's gonna have a nephew, and they're gonna be like this brotherly bonding with a fucking kid, and trying to figure out him in this life. No, he's talking to a dog breeder that he's trying to get a corgi from, and he wants to get the dog 2 weeks early, and he's getting punked by this fucking dog breeder who's telling him no, he can't have the dog no matter what he does and what he says or what he does or how much money he gives, and he's trying to pump himself up to talk her into it, and he fucking whiffs the entire time. And he's walking around his apartment in just his underwear, psyching himself up for this conversation that goes nowhere for him. So it's that kind of comedy at times. Just awkwardness, but fun. And there's a fight after a line dance in a country bar.
nice.
So you might get something out of that. I enjoy this movie. I've liked both of them so far. I hope the next one, because there's gonna be a next one, because I think this did well, comes a little closer to center, pulls it back a little bit. But so far they're solid.
We started, I think we're 2 or 3 episodes into season 2 of The Last of Us. Who here has played the game?
First season, the first one I did.
Okay. Do you know what happens in the other one?
I know about Joel's fate.
Okay.
I'm guessing it happens early in the game too, because a lot of people say you primarily play as her.
Yes. Well, they follow the same pattern.
And they give him the Glenn treatment.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Um, uh, as someone who had played the first game and have not played the second game, but have friends that told all the things, I knew what was coming from the beginning of watching this show. Not once did I clue in my wife. And
See
as
where this is
second
going.
season started, I was like, oh, I think the thing's going to happen soon. And I just keep it to myself. And the thing goes down at the end of the episode before the last one we watched. And she's like, oh no. And I was like, yeah, that sucks, right? How's he going to get out of this pickle? And then it goes down on the next episode. And she's just like, what the fuck? She's like, how do you even do this now? And I was like, yeah, so like, I've known the whole time this is going to happen.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you this is not gonna end well.
But I didn't want, like, cause like, I was afraid you'd get a little like, oh, I don't want to fucking finish it. I'm like, now you're totally invested. Now you need to know what happens. So, solid job. Then last night, we pulled the trigger and watched Beetlejuice.
So what'd you think?
Probably one of the most easy to figure out movies that I've ever watched.
Yeah.
That wasn't much of a swerve, was it, with her boyfriend?
Yeah.
No, nope. By the moment he meets her and they go in the house and the parents don't turn around, I say, oh, he's a ghost.
Yep.
And James and Ashley were like, no. And I was like, okay.
No.
And
I'm pretty sure I said that out loud in the theater.
yeah. And then I was like, oh, and Lydia's husband's just like, he doesn't like her really.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's definitely, and then that all gets revealed. But the ghost thing was just too easy to call. I'm like, oh, not only is he not a human, but he's also probably going to do something terrible. And
Yeah.
guess what?
They didn't even try to hide it. They
No.
could have gone about like the parents are walking around, or like they're in another room, you can't really see them. They did the classic, you see them from behind, you never see their face, and they're lit in a very ghostly manner. Like the rooms they're in have a neon afterlife look to them. So I don't even think they were trying.
Not even a little bit.
No.
I don't know why they went that route with it.
Yeah.
And it was like, just, it was so scattershot. Like, it didn't make
No.
sense.
You had the story with the dad getting that stupid train thing.
Fuck you, by the way.
Of the way they kept him in but didn't keep him in.
That too. But the Soul Train.
The soldier. Yeah. Like.
Eat a dick.
Oh, it was so bad.
Lazy gag. What a lazy gag.
So, do I get an apology?
For what?
I told you this movie would suck ass,
I don't.
and you were like, "No, it's not a cameo palooza bukkake. It's not a money grab. It's gonna be good." And I was like, "Nah, son."
No. I don't believe we had that argument. I agreed with you that it's absolutely a money grab because it's been 30 fucking years since or more than that, since the first movie came out.
80 something. 80.
87, I think, because that was the one right before Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the cop out with Adam and Barbara. Oh, I found a loophole.
Yeah.
I didn't. That happened so quick that I don't remember it being covered because I said to James and Ashley, I said, did they talk about the Maitlands? And they're like, yeah. They said the thing. And I was like, did I fucking stroke out for a minute?
So quick.
See that rug in the foyer? They brushed it under there.
Yeah.
And like, I think the biggest letdown is it could have been something better if they tightened it up a little bit.
Go with a cohesive story instead of it being so scattered. Yeah, Beetlejuice's wife, whatever.
Instead of having 3 half stories.
She made no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
None.
Like
They
pointless.
could have actually, if they'd taken her out, I think the movie would have been better.
Yeah, either focus on her. That could have been a fun story where he's running from her and you figure out some weird way why the Dietzes have to be involved in it. Like he brings them into the afterlife on the run. Cool. I would prefer to spend the entire time in the afterlife. You start off in the old house, go to the afterlife, and end in the old house. I could live with that. The only real fun thing in there for me was Defoe.
Yeah.
He was so over the top.
Here's a fucking highlight.
Yeah.
But like, really could have just tightened it up a little bit, and it would have worked better.
Then
the musical moments are fucking terrible.
Oh, they're awful. You had and then the ending.
Oh, with the baby?
The baby? Yeah, exactly.
All she did was have a fucking nightmare. She had a nightmare.
Yeah, but it's like a lazy gag. Like everything in it was lazy gags.
I mean, yeah, it's fine. If that's the nightmare she has, she wakes up, it cuts to the end, and you're like, oh, that's how they're gonna set up the third one.
Hmm.
Did they sing Deo?
No, they sang another song.
They do sing Deo.
They sang Deo at
the funeral.
Yeah.
Right, I saw that.
Which is one of the least offensive elements of the whole movie because it's like, oh, okay, they're not completely ripping it off the scene. They're just giving a little bit of a reference to it. It's probably one of the best moments of that character's life. Like you guarantee that every time he had someone over, he talked about when they danced around to that song. So yeah, it would be the thing they sing at his funeral.
Him walking around with no fucking top third.
It makes sense.
It was awful.
Considering, like, in the first one, how you died was how you were showing up in that fucking waiting room. I mean, that was fine. I was fine with that.
Except for, like, the voice coming out of nowhere. Like, it was just the gurgling voice coming from his crotch, I guess. It was weird.
It's a fucking ghost, dude. Like,
but it's the excuse to not have to bring the actor in.
Yes.
And you still got the character. That kind of felt weird. Just like...
Man, yes. But in the world, it makes sense.
Contextually, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, like a tighter script would have been
much appreciated.
Yeah.
It was nice hearing him drop the F-bomb when he drops that kid down the fucking the hell.
Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, he says fucking the first one too.
Yeah, nice fucking model.
Nice fucking model.
Classic. My brother got in trouble in school for doing that.
I mean, yeah, that would make sense.
Given my brother, yes. They literally saying the exact same thing and grabbing his crotch.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. Letdown though, right?
A little bit.
Yeah. If only someone told you that.
I again still can't wait for them to cancel that fucking Pattinson movie.
It's gonna
Don't
happen.
even, dude. Don't even, dude. You're just so upset that the news coming out that they want to make Pattinson DC Batman so bad.
They don't. He's already said.
They so do. Why do you think it's taking so long to make the script? They keep throwing the guy curveballs. Like, you got to put that in there.
I think they're canceling it.
Brave and the Bold got.
Nope. Kiss of death right there. Joe's on your side.
No, well,
Seed now.
But Gunn
and cross
said
the line.
Gunn said he hates the fact that movies are getting greenlit and all this stuff with unfinished screenplays. The screenplay's not done.
Well, I mean, you look at the Superman movie and the special effects. I mean, He greenlit that.
Gotta finish
Quick.
screenplay.
Quick, it's fun. Then he's gonna kill it.
Whoa, it's terrible CGI. It must be James Gunn.
It's terrible CGI. It must be a DC movie.
Yeah, good call. Hey, good call. Which is why they want to bring the Batman into this, because
No.
they got to be like, all right, we got to tone this corny shit down
We're
because
gonna
it
bring the
doesn't work.
Batman who's so edgy. He made his bat symbol out of the gun that killed his parents.
Yeah, that's so lit.
You know
And then
how
you
we
have,
can.
go ahead, Mike.
You know how we can make it so that you don't have to worry about the CGI? You can't see anything.
Yeah,
It's all
Yeah.
black. You don't have to worry about CGI.
and then you see gunshots and the Batman shadowy figure moving. You're like, what's happening? Oh my god, he fucked those guys up. Crazy how that happened.
Is it Seattle? Is it Newark? Who knows?
I think Gunn's gonna shit can this movie.
I think it's funny that you do in fact like the fact that he took the gun from his parents' murder and made it his bat symbol, because then you have Superman who took his mama's panties and he put them over his pantaloons and he goes, boy, if I look silly, they won't think I'm so threatening when I have heat vision coming out of my eyes. I cannot wait to show the world.
Makes sense to me.
Oh God. Oh God. Well, I don't know if you watched the clip, but it's like they were like passing the buck and not taking responsibility as to why they had the trunks in there.
What do you mean? He fucking explains it.
Gunn tries to blame Corn Sweat, and Corn Sweat's like, "Well, I think it was your idea."
There's no.
And
There's
Gunn's
no
like,
blame.
"Tee tee."
There's no blame. He goes, I talked to Scott, who couldn't find a way to make it fucking work
Because it looks stupid.
for his character.
Scott was probably right. He's like,
They did say he's gonna have another suit in the movie.
"Good."
I hope he keeps the fucking trunks.
I like the trunks. I like the classic look.
Fucking classic.
I mean, look whose team you're on, Justin.
Dude, I've said that for a while. I
Classic.
like the classic look.
Yeah, it looks fine, especially when you have the whole movie's pretty much a cartoon. It makes a lot of sense.
We'll find out in a
But
month.
not my Superman. Henry Carville or bust.
Actually, Carvel, did you see the rumor that he?
Can't believe we're saying it like that now.
What?
Can't believe we're all saying it like we're instinctively saying it like that.
I know. But did you see they lit up the one character, and it kind of looks like Cavill.
Well, who?
Really?
Ultraman?
Yeah. All
That would be
bearded.
pretty crazy if he's under that Ultraman mask.
That'd be fun.
Um.
It'd be great if it's Anthony Starr. That would blow my mind.
Oh yeah. But
Nick Cage.
it's gonna be Corn Sweat.
Brandon Routh, what are you doing here?
We'll find out in a month.
I already got my ticket.
We'll find out.
You see, it's outselling Fantastic Four. As of now, that's. I'll just say as of now, it's outselling Fantastic Four. When the time
Crazy.
gets closer, who knows?
I mean, if we're going by statistics, Fantastic Four movies have not been worth the money. Superman, you got a pretty good high percentage that it's going to be decent. So if you're going by that metric,
It's a very precarious time for these movies to begin with.
yeah.
Marvel's not on its uptick.
No, but
Although about Fantastic Four, they put out a Little Caesars commercial that showed one of Mole Man's monsters. It's literally the one from the cover of Fantastic Four #1. So they're probably going to recreate that scene, which gives me a nerd boner.
I saw the still of Franklin.
Yeah,
between
there's
him
one
and-
shot. There's one shot of them holding him, of Reed and Sue, I think, holding him, and then there's one where he's in a little baby carrier and Herbie's protecting him.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Mhm.
No, I got something to say. Followed up by a question. So I saw not even a fan theory, but I guess there must be a comic book out there or something. But in Endgame, when Tony's talking to his dad, and his dad said, "My son's going to be born," and Tony has a shocked look on his face, the guy claimed that he was shocked because he's not the kid that's going to be born. Rather, he was adopted because Kang fucked the timeline, and the Tony Stark we know from Endgame and prior is Victor Von Doom, but adopted as Tony Stark. Have you seen this? Have you heard this?
No, it's very convoluted.
Very.
I think it stems from the fact that in the comics, I think continuity is still that the Tony in the 616 isn't the biological son of Howard Stark. He adopted him because he was like, he showed promise of being a super genius, and Howard and Maria didn't have kids, which is a retcon I really don't like, especially how it happened after Endgame and how good their relationship turned out. I think they were like, you know what, let's turn this on its head for an interesting story and go the complete opposite way that the movies went. And I don't like that. I'd prefer they did something parallel to what the movies did, you know, individual but similar emotionally. They didn't. And they also made a deal with fucking Mephisto to get Tony for something that it's just like it's even more convoluted than that theory you just threw out. So I hope they're not referencing that at all. Pretty sure the look on Tony's face when he says that was like, oh shit, that's right. That's the time I'm in right now. I'm not even born. I'm about to be born. It was that oh shit realization.
Yeah, that's what my initial thought was, but I thought that was a cool thought experiment. But I agree. I don't like it. I don't love it.
I'll support it. Hope it doesn't happen.
No. I'd rather than just bring him back to life or something like that.
I only have one bit of news. It was a very light week for me.
Yeah, fuck.
Okay, good. All I have is that the rumor has it that Ghost Rider may be leading Midnight Suns when they finally put that shit together. Originally, they were thinking of Blade to do it, but they want to focus on Ghost Rider for some fucking reason, even though he doesn't make sense as a leader. And the name floating around that is Ryan Gosling, because apparently he's got to be everywhere. He's going to be a Star Wars character. Could be a Marvel character.
Gosling as Johnny Blaze?
Yes.
I don't hate it.
It's a choice.
Yeah,
I don't love it.
I don't hate it.
I could live with it.
I could see it.
Or they bring him, they have Cage come back as Blaze, and he's Danny Ketch.
No.
No, just no.
No. Let's not do that. I hate when they would do that shit. Just like, we disavow all the stuff that came before, except for sometimes we're going to pull these people into this thing. No, stop doing it. Just why I'm not thrilled about them bringing in the Fox X-Men again. Like, Deadpool was a fine send-off. I don't need any more of it. Please just give me new fucking people so I can and what we're going to do moving forward. I don't need Hugh Jackman for Wolverine for the gajillionth time. I don't need Patrick Stewart in a fucking actual wheelchair being Professor X. I sure as fuck don't want Ian McKellen as Magneto. The only thing that I'm happy about is that they're bringing back Marsden so that he gets a better send-off, because that was bullshit what they did to him. But
Yeah.
I
would have much more appreciated you bringing in the kids from the other X-Men films.
Would be nice to give them an opportunity to get that whole Dark Phoenix taste out of everybody's mouth.
Yeah, right. Give me that instead of the Fox guys again, like, or just don't fucking mention any of it all. And here's mutants now in our universe. We've been talking about them slowly since Ms. Marvel, and like, they've been a clandestine group of fighters who've done shit that no one's really talked about. Oh, okay, I can buy that.
I don't want that. I'd prefer some other universe. The incursion brings it. I don't like the fact that mutants have been here the whole time and you've never seen them for decades, and now they're coming out. Now they're coming into the world. Doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, for the most part, the way they set up the MCU doesn't make sense, because they're like, oh, Iron Man, our first hero, but then there's Captain America, and then there's Captain Marvel, and then we can just be like, that's why I appreciate what Gunn's doing with Superman. superheroes have existed for however many hundreds of years in that fucking universe. He's already stated this is a world with fucking superheroes. Okay, that's why a bunch of them show up in the movie. No problem. I'm cool with that.
Well, when it's your fourth Superman universe, you have the luxury of being like, all right, a lot of these things are established. Viewers know who a lot of these people are. We can just give them a different version of them.
I'm just saying, I don't need all this old shit that we're not supposed to care about, and then they bring it back, and it's fucking annoying. Anyways, Doctor Who is getting an animated spin-off series on Sea Babies, the BBC Children's Network affiliate. So there's going to be a Doctor School for kids.
So
Doctor Who for school
I
kids.
saw this, but I didn't see what doctor they were doing.
I have no idea. It might be all of them.
This seems like a perfect opportunity to get them all to do voices, and you just bounce around the timelines, or pick somebody brand new that's just does the animated voice. Or since you got Tennant back in the fold, he loves doing fucking voiceovers, so it's all that version.
Well, they could get the regeneration.
It will not be part of the main series canon in their mythology.
Okay. So they're gonna get somebody to do Peter Cushing's voice.
Yeah, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
It's gonna be like Young Jedi Adventures or whatever, or
Right.
Spidey and his amazing squad of friends.
Yeah. Anybody need a new phone? You can get a Trump phone for $500, and eventually they'll be made in the U.S.
Sure, they will, and they'll be $500 too.
Who's fucking satellites is he hijacking? What company?
Starlink.
No, their cell phone service blows. So
Weren't they falling
Yeah.
from the sky too?
Give more government contracts going right his way.
Disney and Universal are suing AI photo generation company Midjourney, marking the first major legal showdown between Hollywood studios and an artificial intelligence company, claiming copyright infringement.
We've seen a lot more of that.
Yes, you are. IDW and Mattel are getting together for a new Street Sharks series.
I never thought I'd hear that.
Love me some Street Sharks.
I-
It's totally awesome.
Those toys were cool.
Yeah.
The other day, the newest Pixar movie was announced. Coming to theaters in 2027, Disney and Pixar's Gato. It's from Luca director Enrico Casarosa. The film returns to Italy following a black cat named Nero. Indebted to a feline mob boss, Nero finds himself forced to forge an unexpected friendship that may finally lead him to his purpose.
They're gonna have a mob boss in a Disney movie?
They're going to have a mob boss cat. And why do you act like mob boss like characters have not existed before?
But yeah, we had Zootopia. We had the Don.
Good point.
Uh-huh. The weasels were very mob-like.
Yeah, they were.
Kind of saw them as like dirty cops.
Jafar was a gangster.
Fair. Great Mouse Detective.
Mm-hmm.
They're like the London mobs. Newsies.
Yeah.
Never saw Newsies.
Oh, it's so good, dude.
Newsies is great.
Young Christian Bale singing and dancing.
You'll be singing show tunes. You'll want to know where Santa Fe's at. You'll
No,
carry
I'm
the banner, dog.
I made it like 30 years without seeing it. I'm good.
That's cool. Get a couple of beers in you, smoke a number, pop it on, and you'll just be like, you'll watch it twice because you'll be like, now I know the words.
Shared by Neil deGrasse Tyson. In a stunning advance for environmental science, engineers at the University of Toronto have created a 3D printed seaweed-based sponge that can soak up oil spills within seconds. Without harming marine life or requiring complex machinery, it's lightweight, reusable, and made entirely from biodegradable materials. A key ingredient, alginate, a natural polymer found in brown seaweed. Researchers combined it with nano-engineered particles to give the sponge an extraordinary hydrophobic and oleophilic property. It repels water but attracts oil, locking it in like a magnet. During tests, this green sponge absorbed oil from contaminated water up to 40 times its own weight, and did so faster and more effectively than synthetic alternatives without releasing microplastics or toxins.
Love
I
it.
lost my.
I love it.
So that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
That was great.
So yay, sea spongy thing.
Woo. Yay, hooray for science.
You
So
know,
I think they got us through this.
BP's licking its chops. They're like, great.
Mhm.
We're going back out.
How much can we spill this time?
We're sorry.
Let's test it.
Hmm.
Maybe. Sort of. Tee.
Oops, you got too close to the shoreline. You guys can fix that, right?
Oh, shit. Get the sponges.
Mm. You just put the sponges on trucks, and we can drive them to the refineries. This actually makes it easier.
We're sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Actually, it does.
Is South Park come back soon?
Yes.
Not soon enough.
Over in Epcot at the Wonders of Xandar, or Treasures of Xandar,
Mm-hmm.
the gift shop for the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster. They are now selling the movie accurate Green Goblet helmet replica
That's
for 100
pretty cool.
for $140.
Who's Green Goblet?
Goblin?
Oh, Green Goblin?
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe's?
Yes. You can buy the helmet. It looks fucking cool. Also, you can buy part of the Legends line as well. Is they're selling his pumpkin bomb, which is only $40. James already said he's buying it when we go in August.
We didn't go in the gift shop. I ran right past it. I'm like, no, I don't have any money. No.
Scientists have created a molecular jackhammer that vibrate at 1 trillion times per second, destroying cancer cells from within when activated by near-infrared light. In tests, 99% of melanoma cells were obliterated without harming healthy cells, and in mice, half of the tumors vanished after one treatment. Since the dye is FDA approved for imaging and naturally sticks to cancer cells, this treatment could be closer to reality than we think.
That's amazing.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
I love hearing things like that.
Yeah.
Science.
Pirates of the Caribbean 6 producer teases returning cast as Orlando Bloom says it's time to get the band back together.
Karen Gillan as Pirate Red. Come on. It's perfect.
Here's another thing. I don't want a fucking sequel to their movie. If you're gonna make another Pirates, just make another fucking Pirates.
I didn't watch the last one.
The last one made no fucking sense.
No, it didn't.
Well, it made about as much sense as the other ones did, but it tried to wrap the whole story together of Barbossa and Turner and their kids and fucking their destiny and blah, blah, blah. But then the very end, and I'll spoil this shit because it was such a fucking stupid letdown. Will Turner gets off the Flying Dutchman. He's able to come back on land. His curse is over. And then the end credit scene is like the silhouette of Davy Jones or like his claw coming up to threaten them in their bed. And they wake up and he's not there. So it's like, are you fucking teasing that Davy Jones came back somehow after every curse in the ocean has broken?
Yeah.
The dead character came back. You guys, you have no fucking clue what you're doing with the story, do you? This is basically the same shit that happened in Morbius. The same horrendous end credit sequence.
So if they wanted a female lead, just go with Pirate Red.
I don't think I saw I only saw the first one. How many are there? There's five?
The
Oh,
trilogy,
Johnny Depp.
the fucking third one was long.
The first three aren't bad.
The third
They're a
one-
fun ride. They're fairly cohesive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fourth and the fifth one were terrible.
The fourth one with the stupid Fountain of Youth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mermaid tears and
Yeah.
The
Blackbeard.
first one was great. I don't know why.
No, the first
Really good.
the trilogy was good.
Yeah.
And then they jumped the shark.
But it got convoluted by the end of the third one, where you don't know who's backstabbing who.
Yeah.
I remember in the theater being like, do I like this because it's so confusing, or do I not like this because it's so confusing?
Yeah, like everyone's Jack Sparrow now. They're all got little
Yeah,
plots they're
Elizabeth
doing.
was kind of she was with the Asian pirates.
Yeah. She was a pirate king by the end.
Yeah.
Jack is on her side, and there's a third person with them, and then Davy Jones and Will and
The dad.
the Commodore guy,
Yeah.
or whoever's running the East India Trading Company, are all on one side when they have that little parlay. And it's like, wait, who's fucking backstabbing who? Who is on whose side at this point? I don't remember anymore.
Yeah.
And they had that whole thing with Bootstrap and this and that.
Piss flaps. Old piss flaps, Bill Turner. The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball set for July 28th debut on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus. I love Gumball, and Zach is getting into Gumball.
Such a good crazy show.
Really is.
This is the movie that they canceled and then uncanceled?
This is not the movie. This is the new series.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'll take that over a movie any day. Well,
Yeah.
not any day.
Breaking news during our show here, they announced that Harold and Kumar 4 is coming.
No.
Yep.
I mean, I'll see it, but it's got to be about their kids. It's the only thing that makes sense at this point. It was like, what was it, 15 years ago the last one came out?
Something like that.
It better not be about their kids. It better be like them leaving the house and having to come back later.
That was the first one.
Yeah, but like their family's home, like I don't know, they're doing like a family thing, but Harold or Kumar has to go do something real quick and it turns into the whole night. Otherwise,
That was the Christmas episode.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what it should just be that.
It's them in a retirement home. They age them up.
Yeah. Don't pass the torch.
Yeah, that was 11. It's 2011 the last one came out. So this will be 15 years. That's about the time you have teenage kids that either the kids have taken over the shenanigans or they're trying to not let the kids know that they used to get into shenanigans, and it pulls them into the shenanigans.
With that being said, it's food news time.
Isn't it?
I gotta go to bed.
Good night.
Good night.
All right.
The snack company Tasties, maker of frozen Oreodories, the Horse Dwarfs.
Oh, whore's ovaries. Okay.
They have 5 new snacks coming. They have sweet barbecue flavored pork triangles,
Pork tray. It's like rinds?
breaded pulled pork.
Oh.
Wow.
Triangle. Yeah.
As a snack?
Yeah.
Oh, we're done as a country.
Sour. Well, they're hors d'oeuvres. However, like appetizers.
As finger foods?
Yeah.
We're still done as a country.
Sour cream and onion flavored cheese curds.
Yeah.
I would try them.
Maybe one.
No.
Chili mac and cheese triangles. Buffalo mac and cheese triangles. And Mexican style street corn triangles. They like the triangular shaped breaded objects.
Street corn is getting close to being the hot honey of this year.
Yeah, people like the street corn flavor. Joe, you asleep over there? Yeah,
I'm here.
you got
I'm here.
make, make it through
I
the
hate
next
street corn.
10 minutes. Chick-fil-A has 2 new sandwiches coming.
I like Chick-fil-A.
They have a jalapeno ranch club chicken sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
It's the original filet, toasted buttermilk ranch bun, pepper jack cheese, caramelized onion, candied bacon, lettuce, tomato, and pickled jalapenos.
Yeah, their breakfast sandwiches are fucking sweet. I've never had them before.
They're good.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
good.
But that biscuit is dense.
Yeah.
It's so
Remember
dense.
how KFC used to be back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I should have gotten it with a soda. All I got was a little milk the one time I tried it. It wasn't enough milk. I almost choked on the fucker.
Shit.
Yeah.
They also have a creamy barbecue chicken sandwich. The original filet on the toasted buttery bun with creamy barbecue slaw and sweet heat pickles.
Okay, so none of these were designed for me. I can accept that.
In another edition of how the fuck didn't we think to do this? I can't believe I'm going to say this out loud, but we might have to try a Tombstone pizza
It's been a while.
because
Wow.
they are unleashing upon the world Tombstone French fry crust pizza. It is a giant fucking hash brown crust pizza.
Okay. All right. That's got a lot of potential.
In chili cheese and loaded bacon cheddar.
Okay, know which way I'm going.
Yeah,
Mhm.
loaded bacon cheddar is gonna have to be the thing we fucking try.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes out in July.
Oh, that's perfect summer fare.
Yeah. When Nerdaties gets together for the recording of the holiday specials, we might have to try one of these bitches.
That's almost a breakfast pizza.
It is almost a breakfast pizza.
You could legitimately get away with having that for breakfast.
We got a couple new, I shouldn't say a couple new, a lot of new drinks coming for the summer. Starting June 25th, Dunkin' Donuts is going to have a cherry berry twist, a peach cherry twist, and a strawberry dream Dunkin' refresher. Don't worry, they're all going to taste like coffee anyway. They also have a melted ice cream frozen coffee in cookie dough, mint chocolate chip, butter pecan, mint chip, signature latte, and a cookie dough cold foam.
Okay.
Also going to have a blueberry breeze refresher and a golden hour refresher.
Golden shower what?
Yes.
Okay.
Starbucks is going to have the firework frap,
Fuck them.
a
I
brown
agree.
sugar, strawberry matcha, and salted caramel fraps. Chick-fil-A is bringing back the peach frosted lemonade. McDonald's, if their machine's working, will have a s'mores McFlurry.
They won't.
7-Eleven is dropping Mountain Dew Infinity Swirl Slurpees. It's blue in color.
Okay.
Popeyes is going to have chilled blueberry lemonade, frozen blueberry lemonade, and blueberry tea. We've talked about the Fantastic Four sodas at the AMC theaters stuff, so that's that. Kinders, the grill seasoning company. You could pronounce it Kinder, but Kinder's also the
Candy.
candy company. So the American one is Kinders to me.
It's confusing, but please go on.
It is. So the barbecue seasoning company, they're putting out wings. Sticky honey barbecue, buttery buffalo, buttery garlic and herb, and honey hot barbecue.
Okay.
They're probably going to taste fantastic. It's the quality of the chicken is the question.
They said buttery buffalo in there? Okay, that's got my attention.
Yeah.
But like you said,
Like I know the
Decent
seasoning's
stuff.
going to be good. Their stuff is good.
Yeah.
But what's the quality going to be like? Sonic and Grillo's Pickles getting together for a bunch of collaborations. They got a Picklerita slush.
What was that?
Picklerita slush.
Oh.
That's what I thought you said. That sounds
The
disgusting.
pickle juice slush. That's chock full of electrolytes, though. Pickle juice is
So
good
Powerade.
for rehydrating. They have the Big Dill Sonic Smasher.
That sounds like a big deal.
Got fried pickle chips and regular pickle chips on it. Dill pickled seasoned tots, dill pickled seasoned groovy fries.
Okay.
Mike mentioned Little Caesars Fantastic Four commercial earlier. They have a new Fantastic Four in one pizza, which is 4 different pizzas in one.
They're known for that.
Per
Their gimmick now.
the Italian sausage and bacon, pepperoni and jalapeno, pepperoni and then cheese. DQ is bringing its Oreo Dirt Pie Blizzard back. It's got cookie pieces, fudgy crumble, vanilla soft serve, and gummy worms.
Okay.
The worms always make that too much. Like, I like me some gummy shit, but they kind of take over shit like that.
They're meant to only be like a decoration. Like when you do a worms a dirt cup, it's like a worm on top, or like 2 worms if you're feeling extra. But like you don't go beyond that. There's not supposed to be extra worms beyond that.
Then you eat the worm and then have the cup.
Right.
Yeah.
Wendy's and Takis are getting together for a Takis Fuego meal. A spicy chicken fillet with chili, lime, and cheddar cheese sauce, crushed Taki Fuego chips, creamy corn spread on a toasted bun, and you can get Wendy's classic hot and crispy fries tossed in a tangy chili lime seasoning, served in a custom-made tearaway bag. So you have Taki fries. And the last bit of food news is last year they put out the Wednesday cereal by Kellogg's, which is cookies and cream. This year, they're putting out a cereal for Eden, her peppy werewolf roommate. And it's confetti cake flavored, and it's all full of fucking colors. It is definitely Enid's personality.
I was about to ask if there's some context or theming to that.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
And with that, I say that is the end of the food news.
All right, so that just leaves nerds and dishes. Douche-wise, came to my attention today that this whole big beautiful bill that's stalling wonderfully in the legislature right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know there's something worked into the language in there that will sell off 120 that potentially could sell off 120 million acres of public lands?
Yep.
Yeah. Now, it's not guaranteed. It doesn't necessitate that those lands will be sold. It just puts them up for sale and doesn't restrict who's buying them. So there's going to be more land picked up by foreign countries, or companies, or just stuff that should be parks that they're selling off rather than taxing rich people. So fuck him. You know exactly what we're talking about. And fuck the people who wrote it for him, Project 2025, because we're not idiots here. We know who's actually created the game plan.
Fuck you, fuck.
Yeah, fuck you, Tangerine Palpatine.
Fuck you, Parade Boy.
Yo, I heard he's big hurt over that.
Oh, look at his face when it was happening. That's not the expression of a happy man. He fucked up.
They said Hexeth got a fucking ear full. I've got a bunch of nerds in the wake of the current tyrant and his shenanigans.
The only nerd I have this week is our future Lois Lane, Rachel Brosnan's statement about people in comic book movies. Let me get the exact quote. I don't know why people say yes to a project only to then turn around and complain about it. Look, I don't want to shit on other actors, but there was a minute where it was cool to not like superhero movies and to look back on projects like this and poo-poo them. Do it or don't do it, and then stand by it.
Yeah,
I support that notion.
I agree.
I mean, you can be critical on your past work, but don't kind of mock it like you never had any love for it or you weren't taking it seriously.
Yeah.
I think that's a specific takedown of the Dakota Johnson situation
Yeah.
on the web.
Own it.
Well, she was pretty funny on Hot Ones. Did you see it?
Brosnahan
Watched it
or
yet.
Dakota Johnson.
Dakota Johnson. Does she get into Madam Web on that?
There's the moment where she's like, I'm not a hero, Sean. She's like, I tried that. It failed.
Like, anytime where they try to blame, they try to not blame the movie. It's like, the movie sucked. Own it. Like,
Yeah.
The Joker too. They owned it. The movie sucked.
Yeah. Well, like I said, he tanked that on purpose.
Or he just made the movie he wanted to make and none of us liked it. Well, I can't say none of us liked it. I have no intention to ever watch the thing.
No, he said that he did what he did intentionally.
To fuck with fans?
Fan expectation, studio expectation, and all that shit. All right, nerd time.
Mm-hmm.
Little girl at one of the No Kings rallies. A sign says, "My great grandpas fought Nazis, and so will I." Good for you, little one.
Mm-hmm.
Another one I saw was very nerdy. It's a drawing of Mewtwo from Pokemon, and it says, "The circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant." It's a line he drops.
Kind of figured. I just didn't have any real connection to that.
Good times. A bunch of wrestling world people up in here. Denise Salcido. She is a wrestling journalist who we are friends with on the socials. She retweeted a thing about Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House. And the clip is an interview saying, "You guys are condemning the violent protesters in LA. Is it hypocritical given the president pardoned the violent protesters on January 6th? And Johnson replies with, "No, I think that's a clear distinction between these two." Her quote for the retweet is, "He looks like he cries after missionary." Yes. Brody King of AEW put out a nice little post here. I'm going to read it for you. "What's happening in Los Angeles right now is not only morally reprehensible, it's legally indefensible. This is a sanctuary city, a designation that was democratically voted on and enacted into law by the residents of the city, not by political opportunists grandstanding from a golf course in Florida. Let's be clear, being undocumented in the United States is not a criminal offense. It is a civil violation. That means it holds the same legal weight as running a stop sign on a bicycle, setting off a firework after a drink, or selling unlicensed fan merch on Etsy. It is subject to civil penalties, typically a fine, not imprisonment, not detention, certainly not extrajudicial abduction. Dragging someone off the street at gunpoint without a warrant or due process, forcing them into an unmarked vehicle operated by armed, plainclothes agents is not law enforcement. It is armed kidnapping, and armed kidnapping is a felony, a real one. So if you're going to obsess over who is illegal, start by looking at the heavily armed individuals violating constitutional protections under the guise of enforcing the law, because what they're doing is criminal, not the people they're targeting."
Well said.
Yes. And I don't know if anybody has caught wind, but apparently Triple H and Linda McMahon met with RFK Jr. the other day. And Triple H went on Twitter and was like, "Thank you for having us at Secretary Kennedy. Always striving to do whatever we can to help make our nation's youth as healthy as they can be." To which, and this is something, because we all know how I feel about Jim Cornette.
Mm-hmm.
But his response to this is, "Then perhaps don't help give credibility to a former heroin addict with a brainworm who eats roadkill and works tirelessly to take America back to a simpler time when now curable diseases killed large numbers of children."
Wow, I can't believe I agree with Cornette on something.
Right? So I say brava to all you freedom fighters.
Bravas for a woman. Bravo.
Oh, my back.
Yeah, mine too.
Don't get old, kids.
Or
They
give us
say
money so we could stay young.
They say it beats the alternative.
If you like what you hear, head over to facebook.com/nerdates. At Nerdaties on Twitter. At Nerdaties on Instagram. At Nerdaties sucks on OnlyFans. That's sucks with an X. You donate to us there. ProWrestlingTees.com/Nerdaties, NERDATIES. Buy our cool t-shirts, especially those for EPW, our new hit show. It's our scripted D&D wrestling show that we enjoy. We're coming up on the end, as a matter of fact. Not this weekend, but the following weekend is our last recording segment for this session. But don't worry, dear listeners. As long as you guys keep those numbers up, we will be back to record more. We will have 30 weeks of show for you, so we're taking a little break, skis, on that. Mike James wants to do a D&D campaign, just me, you, and him.
Involving what?
Just us. Just doing it so we don't have to wait all the way till January to start doing D&D again.
Like sword and sorcery or something else?
Well, whatever the fuck. Well, not the Star Wars one. We can't do that. Yeah. But yeah, whatever the fuck we feel like dicking around with, I guess. He just likes playing, so do I. But anyways.
It'd be a lot of fun.
I said that. Good Joe's turn.
Check us out on youtube.com, youtube.com/nerdies. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to all things Nerdities. And remember, keep those numbers going. Keep those subscriptions up. Share. Like, drop a comment. Comments are fun. Stay tuned for more interviews. Do we have a live show coming up too, don't we?
Yeah, next week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should create that
I
link.
should probably create the link for that so we can start plugging it.
Yeah, Nerdies Trivia Night next Tuesday, which is the 24th of June, 8 p.m. Eastern. Remember, you have to log in to your Google account on YouTube. You all have one. It's 2025. Everybody has a Google account.
Sure.
Also, stay tuned for our Halloween special, which has been officially green-lit, which will be our...
Of course it is.
What did you call it, Mike?
The Tree Fort of Terror.
There you go.
The Playhouse of Terror.
Playhouse of Terror.
Yeah, there's that. We can announce that the Christmas special this year is our version of A Christmas Story.
Dun, dun, dun.
And Groundhog Day.
And It's a Wonderful Life.
Dun,
it's kind of an amalgam.
Yeah.
We are also doing 100 greatest movie quotes.
Yeah. Our buddy, our dear friend Lindsay McGee is back for both specials. We have a special guest for the 100 movie quotes.
Extra special.
I have to start writing my fucking movie quotes because we...
yeah, that's soon.
Probably about like 5 or 6 weeks, I think, until we fucking record that.
Yeah, that's soon. I have to keep preparing my stomach for taking...
for not letting Vinny's awful taste in movie quotes make the list.
Mm-hmm.
If I hear anything from Batman and Robin, I'm prepared for
it's
coming.
Chili's. Batman and Robin's coming. Van Damme movies are coming.
Tatanka's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, damn well he's going to try real hard.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be pretty much everything he drops.
Yeah.
I'm preparing. Did he get the hot ones?
He hasn't ordered. To my knowledge, he hasn't ordered.
Okay.
So we I'm going to start thinking of a backup
I,
because I know Vinny.
how much is a hot one? Like, how many sauces are we doing?
I don't fucking know. You talk to him next
Okay.
time we're on. Next week when we're on, talk to him,
Yeah, because
and he's gonna be like, I don't remember saying that. Guarantee you. Fucking calling you.
It's gonna be. Did I?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
like they make the like not the whole set, but you get like the last ones, which are the like
Yeah,
the key ones.
it's like at a 6, I think.
Yeah, yeah. That would I think that's fine. You just work your way up and then just keep going. Ugh.
it'll be painful no matter what.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, give us
Okay,
money.
there you go. The opinions of Nerdaties crew are idiotic and poorly thought out. Next week's would be far more insulting. Bye.
Bye.